Looking for how to rebuild the carburetor on a lawnmower in Denver Metro? Call us 720-298-6397 today. We're a mobile small engine repair shop and come to you. Located on the side of the engine block, the carburetor mixes air with fuel to form a combustible mixture that enters the cylinder and ignites to drive the piston. The engine won't start or run smoothly if the carburetor gets clogged or the seals wear out. To rebuild the carburetor if the engine won't start or runs rough, follow these steps. 1. Let the engine cool and move the mower to a well-ventilated workspace. 2. Wear work gloves to protect your hands and safety goggles to protect your eyes. 3. Disconnect the spark plug wire from the spark plug. 4. Release the catch and pull off the air filter cover. 5. Remove the air filter and the screws from the air filter base. 6. Release the breather tube and pull off the air filter base. 7. Place a shop rag under the fuel tank to catch spills and position a fuel-safe container under the gas line connection to the fuel tank. 8. Release the spring clamp and disconnect the fuel line from the gas tank. Drain the gasoline into the container and wipe up any spills. 9. Release the starter rope from the mower handle and remove the screws from the blower housing. 10. Pull the blower housing off the engine and separate the bracket arms to release the carburetor. Disconnect the carburetor from the carburetor adapter. 11. Holding the carburetor above the bracket, disconnect the governor and choke linkage rods and remove the carburetor. 12. Release the fuel line spring clamp and pull the fuel line off the carburetor. 13. Remove the choke return spring and use an Allen wrench to remove the float bowl drain plug. Drain fuel from the float bowl into your fuel-safe container. 14. Replace the float bowl drain plug gasket and lubricate it with petroleum jelly. Reinstall the float bowl drain plug. 15. Remove the float bowl screws and pull off the float bowl. Remove the float bowl gasket. 16. Pull out the float pin and remove the float and needle valve. Pry out the main jet and remove the retainer and O-ring from the outlet port. 17. Remove the air cleaner gasket from the carburetor. Clean all carburetor parts using carburetor cleaner and spray it through all openings. 18. Use small gauge wire to clean all jet openings and carefully blow canned air or compressed air through all openings to remove residue. 19. Wipe down all parts with a shop rag. 20. Install the new O-ring in the outlet port and reinstall the retainer. Replace the O-ring at the bottom of the main jet and reinstall the main jet. 21. Insert the new needle valve and new float pin in the float and reinstall it on the float bracket. 22. Carefully install the float bowl gasket by pushing it into the channel on one side of the bowl and stretching it beyond the lip without rolling it over. 23. Lubricate the gasket using petroleum jelly and reinstall the float bowl, securing it with the mounting screws. 24. Install the new choke return spring. 25. Connect the fuel line to the carburetor and secure it with the spring clamp. Hold the carburetor over the mounting bracket and connect the governor and choke linkage rods. 26. Push the carburetor onto the bracket arms and push the outlet port fully onto the carburetor adapter. 27. Push the new air cleaner gasket into the channel on the carburetor inlet. 28. Position the blower housing on top of the engine and line up the mounting holes. Reinstall the blower housing mounting screws. 29. Reconnect the starter rope to the mower handle. 30. Position the air filter base on the front of the carburetor and reconnect the breather tube. Secure the air filter base with the mounting screws. 31. Reinstall the air filter and position the air filter cover on the front of the base. Snap it into place. 32. Push the fuel line onto the tank fitting and secure it with the spring clamp. 33. Finally, reconnect the spark plug wire to the spark plug. Following these steps will help you rebuild the carburetor and ensure that your engine starts and runs smoothly.